because instead of like setting up my light and my tripod to hold the phone, I got caught up doing other stuff while I was waiting for YouTube to catch up to me. Catch up to me as if I was like so far ahead. I mean, I was already behind, let's face it. All right, lights on, Seisha! Okay. Because I was trying to be clever. And we know by now that that does not work when I'm running late. Hello, Missy. All right. So, charging. Ow. Okay. There we go. Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. So, what happened was I made this mug. ISBN thinking of you. And I thought it was so cute, right? So I ordered the mug because it's so freaking cute after I made it. And then I was making my coffee this morning and I said, you know, I should put it in my shop. So I got caught up putting it in my shop. And I got late. I went from on time to late like that. All right, I'm copying the link right now. What does the no, it's ISBN. But the I is a pile of books, but it's ISBN, like International Standard Book Number. But when you say it out loud, it's like ISBN thinking of you. Anyway, maybe it wasn't as cute as I thought it was. Oh, good. Nerd book thing. Yes, nerd book thing. Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Really? No? Good morning. You really like it? Yay. Puppy's whining to go outside. Okay. Get that puppy outside then. I stayed up late last night playing Paleo. Brian quoted you in his presentation on Wednesday. Did he really? Oh, I missed it. Oh, what did he say? I mean, that sounds so centered. But, oh, wow, I missed it. Brian's awesome. Hello, Dana. How are you? God, I still owe you like 52 messages. Not quite that many. This week, I'm sorry. Screenshot it and put it in the Discord. Thank you, Judith. I would really appreciate that. Are y'all getting ready for Facebook? Facebook is like, think I'm mean now. Yep, you are. Facebook put out a notice at the end of last month. I think it was January 23rd or 24th. They put out at their developers blog that they were closing off the group's API, which is the application interface, which is what allows things like post schedulers to schedule posts into groups and stuff. It's like the third party access into groups. They're shutting it off. They're just after April, and I don't know the date. I just know it's April of this year, as in like 3 months or whatever. It's gone. So I have so many clients right now who their street teams are on there, their premium coaching memberships are on there. Their some of them, it's their entire classes or their entire business is on there. So they're trying to figure out either how do we stay in Facebook and continue using groups when we can't do things like live streaming and scheduling posts ahead of time using a third-party scheduler, or moving off of Facebook. So if you haven't built your street team yet, now might be a time to think about what you want your street team to look like and on what platform. Do you really want it on Facebook? Because up until this, I've always said that Facebook was still the best platform for building a private community because it had these tools. But now if it's not going to have part of those tools, I don't know. What's a street team and why are they getting rid of it? Okay, Facebook is not getting rid of street teams. Facebook is closing off the group's API, which is the group application interface, which is how third-party tools like post schedulers are able to schedule posts into Facebook groups. That's the part they're getting rid of. A street team is what an author builds. Some of them call them launch teams or community. Am I back? Hey, did you know I can't go live when someone is leaving me a voicemail? Like, anyway, okay. Anyway. Maybe they are making their own. They already have a native scheduler inside Facebook. They already have that. This is like if you, for example, what a lot of people do, I don't know if you do or not, but what a lot of other people do is they might have, say, a group chat on Zoom, and then they live stream that group chat into their group. That's going away. A lot of people, or they use like some other kind of live streaming software, like there's BeLive, there's Melon, there's Wave, there's Restream. And what these platforms do is they allow you to stream like into groups and onto pages or whatever, but they also allow you to stream somewhere else. So a lot of my clients were live streaming like into their group and onto YouTube at the same time. That's going away. You can still go into your group and you can still hit go live. You just can't connect with that third party. It's the third party access that's going away. And unfortunately, it's that third party access that everyone has become reliant on, because then you can go to your computer or your phone or whatever, and you can schedule multiple posts all at once. And inside the native scheduler, it's one at a time. There is no calendar for you to look at. It's really kind of just, So for my clients, at least, where they have either a lot of groups or it's premium groups or very active in their groups, and they have to like batch something. Like some of my clients will sit down first Sunday of the month and schedule all of their content for that month in one of their groups or whatever. And this takes it from being an hour-long process to like 4 hours. Someone got a call. Yeah, I did. I know you can schedule Facebook posts on a page. Yes. Haven't played. Yeah, it's just the third-party stuff that they're removing. And for some people, it's not going to be a big deal. I have a client, she never uses it anyway, except for the live streaming. So that's the only part where everything else she pretty much posts natively anyway. She doesn't really schedule posts. She goes in and when she thinks of something, she posts it. So she doesn't even think about scheduling anyway, even though every time she comes to me and tells me she's overwhelmed, I tell her, start scheduling out your posts so you don't feel this way. But she doesn't really think about it. But the one thing she does have in her group is she's got the Zoom app so that she can do her video chats and stream her video chats into her Facebook group. That's going away. So now she's got to figure out a new workflow for that. She could record the Zoom chats and then download them from the cloud and then upload them to Facebook. That's one thing to do. But she's not sure she wants to put in that much administrative time. She could make it so like you have to show up live. That's a thing she can definitely do, but her community's already been trained that they get the replays. So it's going to be interesting. I let my groups die from neglect. My page has been pretty dead too. Good thing I didn't get in the habit of doing that. Yeah, I know, right? Good morning, good morning. So it's funny because I have some clients that are like completely reliant on that group's API, like completely. They're in a panic. They're like, everything I do runs on that API. I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't know what to tell you. That was not a good basket to put all the things into. I don't like, okay. And I've got other clients where they're like, meh, I don't really use it that much. So anyway, street team, also sometimes called a launch team, also sometimes called like a reader community or an author community or something along those lines. But they are the biggest fans. They are your biggest fans. So basically every time you get close to a book launch, as you're marketing yourself as an author and you're marketing like the genre that you write for and whatnot, as you start getting close to a book launch, you're going to start inviting people to be part of your street team and help you launch, essentially. So these are your fans who are already following you on whatever platform you're on social media, and then they get to join this street team. Sometimes they get like advanced reader copies of the book. Sometimes they get, like I say, if you're going to build a street team, like spoil them rotten. Like just spoil them. Give them all the things. Give them, heads up notices when you're going to be in their area for book signings or, swag, like launch to them first. Give them secret dibs, like, the free shipping and whatnot. Like spoil them. And what'll happen is when your book is launched or when you're ready to start talking about it, they're the ones who go to their bookstores and start requesting that your book be carried in the bookstores. They're the ones who usually post your first reviews. They're the ones who like hype up the book with you and for you. They're usually really active in your launch party. If you're having a launch party, they're your people with their sandwich boards and their megaphones, like screaming your name. My puppy is give a bag the third degree that's stuck in a bush. So Street teams are so named because they used to canvass the streets of their towns, neighborhoods, posting signs and such before a big event. Yes, exactly. And I know some people have stopped calling them street teams. They just call them like VIP communities, or some people call them launch teams, but I still call them street teams. They do the same thing now, just digitally. Yep. Yep. And up until, this coming April, Facebook was one of the best places for communities like that because it could be private, it could be searchable. So someone could search for it if they were interested in joining. You could share the link to people. But the content inside was private, so it felt exclusive, and it felt like this was something that was just for them. So if you wanted to give them a free copy of your book or something, that felt special. If you do that on a public page, it doesn't feel, yay, free book, but it doesn't feel special. It doesn't feel like it's just for them. And it was a way for you to like explain a little bit about where you were going to be. It was a way for you to share copy. Like, hey, when you're talking about my book, please be sure to mention blah, 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 whatever, almost like ad copy, but not, they're not posting ads. It was a way for, it was a place to bring in new readers whenever you wanted to do a launch party or something. It was a place to bring people in. So it was really nice. But without that third party access, it's still there. All the other features are still there. It's just harder to manage now. My other business needs to stop interrupting the live. Promo team, maybe. Yeah, that probably works. Is the private part going away? Not yet, but there's a whole bunch of speculation. I personally believe that Facebook will always have some kind of a private group option, because there are too many groups on Facebook that is a necessity. Like there's like domestic survivors groups. There's, SA survivors groups. There's trauma bonded groups. I don't think Facebook will ever chop them away. That said, I do think Facebook is going after TikTok. And TikTok has very public, engagement driven, like massive, oh, you like that? You're going to love this. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. Whereas Facebook has always been like, oh, you like that person? Let me show you more from that person. And not very much in the way of discovery. So I think they're aiming for public. I think they're going to kind of shove the private. Plus, like already in the news feeds, I don't know if you've noticed, but like the posts from groups have gone down. 3 years ago, most of the posts in groups were read on feeds. You almost didn't have to visit the group at all to see it. But now they're being deprioritized in the feed. So in favor of suggested content, for you content, public pages, like I think they're aiming to start pushing their public pages out more in a bid to take on TikTok. Reddit got rid of its API with no concerns about accessibility, so I don't trust Facebook to be altruistic. No, yeah, it's I don't trust Facebook to do that either. I'm just thinking like they would really lose a lot. Like I think it'll be one of those deals, kind of like it's there but it's not there, at least for a while. I don't think they're gonna just shut down all the groups all at once. I get plenty of groups, just not the ones I'm in. Some of these writer groups are turning into spam. Right. Some of them really are. Hello. I can't remember your name. Life, laugh, love. Life, laugh, love. I can't remember what your name is. There is so much red on my first draft. I need a tourniquet to save it. Get a Post-it note. That'll work as your tourniquet. Be like, bam, 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 bam. All the way across. 5 of them. There's your tourniquet. Or maybe don't use red. Use like turquoise. They make turquoise pens. What do you think about making a special early bird type group for book 2 for people who buy book 1 the day of launch? Hello. What do you think about making a special early bird type group for book 2 for people who buy book 1 day of launch? Do you mean like you're launching book 2 and on the day that book 2 launches, the people who are buying book 1? Wait, I'm sorry. Or do you mean the people who buy book 1 get a free chapter of book 2? Is that what you mean? So I am a fan of, this is one of those deals you got to try it out and see. I'm a fan of launching at full price and discounting after the fact. So I'll launch book 1 at full price. I will launch book 2 at full price and discount book 1 during book 2's launch. I'll launch book 3 at full price and discount book 1 and book 2 during book 3's launch. Does that make sense? Because I would rather get the money for the book that is out and make it easier for people to like jump in and be like, oh, this is book 3, but look, you can get book 1 and book 2 right now for like $4.99 or whatever. So that they can grab all 3 books. I prefer that strategy. But there's so many others. Like there are times when people will launch and it's like a 99-cent launch or $2.99 launch or whatever for the ebook, and they might go down to like $7.99 for the paperback or whatever. And then when they launch book 2 will be at a steep discount and book 1 will be at full price. That works for a lot of other people as well. I ditched 2 groups that were for free promotions. Help, and it was nothing but post your book and pay me thousands of dollars. I don't understand those groups, Alex. Honestly, I've got like a cat hair hanging off the side of my glasses here. It's very distracting. I don't understand those groups either, because they're like, hey, learn marketing, and then the entire thing is buy my book. That's not even marketing. I had to tape papers to the back with edits because there were so many. Jimmy, I was thinking along those same lines. Goes to get bag, puppy X, like I saved the country. This is why puppies are amazing. Oh, Kimmy, I was thinking along those same lines. No, the other way around, yes. How does it feel to be an author? I love it. It is the most painful and the most rewarding experience I think you can have. Because what you're really doing is you're taking like the inner pieces of your soul. You're taking pieces, literal pieces of your identity, and you're putting them into your story. Sometimes your story is based on things that happen to you or based on things that happen around you. All of them are based on things that you see in the world and or wish you could change about the world. And so you're taking these pieces of yourself and then you're putting them out there for feedback, which is like hugely like scary, because you're saying, hey, here's a piece of my skull. Here's a piece of my soul. Go ahead and let me know what you think. Give me your feedback. Tear it apart. Like it's scary and big and also rewarding, because when you do hear someone say, oh my God, I was thinking the same thing, or oh my God, like this is the best book, it had this huge impact on me, it inspired me to do XYZ or whatever, or write, it's great. I have annotation tabs, highlights, dark red pen. It's like a bleeding rainbow. Would you recommend a newsletter page for a new author of fiction series? Absolutely. Yes. Yes, that's what I mean. Okay. People who got book 1 get to join a group that get book 2 early. That's another, yeah, you can do that. Put that in your book 1 somewhere. So, sorry, Kat. I need my arm back. You can't use it as a pillow anymore. Put that in your book somewhere. I can't reach my book. But you can have, put it near the back or whatever. Place it strategically. When I say near the back, I don't mean at the end, okay? People know when the book's about to end. But you can have a link or a QR code or something in your book that says something along the lines of, hey, scan this QR code to join my free group, my reader fan club, or whatever it is that you want to call it. Like at the back of mine, it says scan. Yeah, it's down there. My cat's on my lap. The back of mine, it's a QR code to scan, and it takes you to the Amazon page and asks for a review. You can have it do whatever you want. And if you only put it in your book, then you know that the people who are trying to enter the group had to have gotten there through your book. Could be library, could be they borrowed it from someone, could be someone bought the book and shared it, I don't know, but they had to have gotten it from your book. Full price for both, but if they buy book 1 on launch day, they get an early peek at book 2 plus a free IR discounted ebook if they buy book 2. Okay, that, yes, you can do. It is going to require a lot of upfront work because you have to track that. So you have to have people sending you those screenshots, and you have to have the cutoff yourself that tells them, whether or not you're going to make any exceptions, like time zone math or things along those lines. And are you counting pre-orders, or are you only counting day 1 orders and stuff like that? And you put it together. And then you're going to have them send you the screenshot of their receipts, because that's the only way that you're going to know, unless you're doing direct sales, meaning you set up your shop like on Shopify or something, and you can track the sales that way. Then send as part of the receipts the invitation to join the group. Hello, Lily. Bear sold a stranger, stranger tears it apart. Us. Wow, thank you so much. I love this, right? I think author are most people's idols. I think so too. Hi, I'm Olivia. Hello, Olivia. Maybe add tiers for people that spend over a certain amount on books and merch. So that's starting to sound a little bit like publishing on Kickstarter, when you have certain tiers, which again, you can do. Takes a lot of planning. Talk to Jessica Cage. Jessica Cage and Monica Lionel, both, and Russell Nohelty. All 3 of them. Jessica Cage has done it. All 3 of them have done it multiple times. Jessica Cage has told me she will never do it again. It was stressing her out. But that's starting to sound like, and I'm not saying you have to publish on Kickstarter, but that's starting to sound like a Kickstarter type of launch. So you could do it on Kickstarter, or you could do it on your own site or whatever. But again, you're going to have to be really careful with how you plan out the tiers, and you're going to want to have all this planned out ahead of time to make sure it runs smoothly. Can we do a Kickstarter mastermind? That sounds like fun. I want to do Shopify because you also have art. Okay. Ream also lets you release books in tiers. Ream! Seisha was talking about Ream. I haven't really checked him out yet. You can also put your first chapter of the next book at the end of the previous book. That is true too. What is Ream again? It's kind of a alternative to Substack. Yeah, Substack. I had to think about that because in my head I was thinking Skillshare for some reason, and I was like, wait, did I just give like the mixed up meaning? But yeah, it's kind of an alternative. It's not quite the exact same. I'm not sure all the differences because, like I said, I haven't really dug into them that much yet. My nail is bugging me and I can't find my nail file. Oh, it's right there in front of me. There. Ream has a free tier. Hello, how are you? I have to go. My goals for today: finish chapter 1, edit, write 1,100 words, and plot characters more. Awesome. Ream is more like Patreon. Nice. Okay, so again, I don't know exactly what the differences are because I haven't checked into it too much yet, but that's good to know. This was in my feed. I'm new here, just trying to figure out why YouTube be putting different lives in my notification box. What does your channel offer? I am a ghostwriter, and this live stream is it's kind of an open Q&A for people who are looking to write and publish books. So if you're a storyteller, maybe, or I don't know why YouTube suggested me to you, but yay, good to meet you. But yeah, this is if you are interested in writing and publishing books. This is a great community of people. We've got editors here, we've got writers here of different experience levels. We've got retired book coaches and retired editors here. So if you have a question, we're a great group to ask. Taylor, have a great day. What is the scariest plant in the world? Bamboo. I'm mad at myself for laughing at that out loud. Ream it is. Naomi pointed out issues with Substack. Yeah, go read Justin Cox. He was the one who first pointed out issues to me. He's the founder of the Writing Cooperative over on Medium, which is like one of the biggest writing communities over there. And he's the one that pointed out the issues with Substack and why he went through months of building everything up on Substack, and he had like thousands of subscribers or whatever. And then he went, no, like he was like, he sent out this newsletter and he goes, next week I'm moving. He's like, I don't even know where to yet, but I'm not staying here. There was an article in New York Times too. Really? Why are you my profile picture? Okay. All right, Kat, you are too much right now. Okay. Oof. Although maybe they got a Substack article right. I may be reaching out to you with Ream questions. No, I just put you down for the second time. I don't want you on my lap right now, okay? I'm Nick Herr. Hello, Dragon Girl. I will help as much as I can. Started trying to jot ideas and info down for blogs, mainly to avoid editing for a while. Makes my brain mush. Editing can do that. Editing can really like just fry the brain. Hello, good morning. Maybe do Ream for the next office hours. I will, I'll look into it, Alex. I don't know if I know it well enough yet to do it for office hours, but it is on my list of things to look into, yeah. Unless you just want to watch me learn it. Or watch me research it. No, Kitty, no. Hello, Kylie, how are you? When are office hours again? Mondays at 10:30-ish my time. No, Kitty. No, honey. You have a whole bed over there. Ow! I gotta move the cat. I'm gonna put the cat on her bed. No. I don't understand why you're so... Here, look. Fuzzy textured blankets. Look how comfortable it is. Ah, she got me. YouTube just recommended classical music for villains to me. Then unf your book at 3 p.m. Yeah, but yeah, unf your book is at 3 p.m. Eastern. When is your birthday? Sometime between January and December. Say why. I wonder if this is going to calm down like as YouTube rolls out these live streams to more and more people. If it's going to like calm down. Why? Why what? Kitty, please go snuggle the other cat or something. Do I like Oasis? Yes. What is your favorite color? Beige. No, not going to slow down. All right. Cuddle the kitty. I've been cuddling the kitties. Sing single ladies. No, you don't want me to sing. You say please, but you don't want me to sing. Plus, that doesn't have anything to do with this live stream. I like the Make the Villain the Main Character playlist that YouTube recommended to me. Is that a playlist? Interesting. Hello, karaoke with Naomi. No. I do love karaoke, but you don't want me to sing. Not here, sitting down in this place. No. Good morning. I don't have any plan on working. All right. Y'all, I try to be like gracious and kind. But if you're not going to talk about book writing, just move to a different live stream, okay? I think it's a waste of a day anyway. Should show love every day. I agree. After I walk the dogs, I'm going to outline. Seisha, you're gonna outline. I have a high-pitched speaking voice, but a low singing voice. It sounds so weird. That word chat records on February 14th. Children's books authors were scheduled. Ooh. I know, Stacia, you're going to outline? Are you okay? No, but that's great. I did finish, remember yesterday that person, Shalom, came into the YouTube chat? And we were talking about premise because they were, are we sure that's actually Seisha? I'm not sure. Now that I think about it, I don't know. Anyway, and we were talking about like focusing in her premise to make it easier to pitch. I did finish that worksheet. I had to like put it together. So I'm going to share that into the Discord for everyone because it's new. Need to be writing blog posts today. I hope you are having a lovely day. Thank you, Pigos. I hope you have a great day too. Naomi awoke this morning. Yes. Yeah. Right. Getting out the whiteboard today. Yes. Do you know what I saw, Kimmy? And I thought of you and I thought of Taylor. It was a like a brochure fold. You know the trifold brochures that like it's like a piece of paper and it folds in. A whiteboard that folds in as a trifold, but when you open it, it also has movable whiteboard pieces that look like Post-it notes, like of different sizes. So it's got like 5 of them that are like the super thin ones that you put them together and they create a square, but you can like move them around and stuff. And you can like take them off and like put them on your refrigerator or whatever. And it's got like longer one with the lines. Have to outline because I have 3 different ideas. All right. Yay. It'd be so neat, right? I never know. I think of a scene and then create a story from that. Tips for writing books, please. I'm a new author. Okay, so tips is kind of all encompassing and huge. Do you have a specific question Or do you just want like my best tip? I'm 5 books into my series and still don't know the ending. The snowflake method. That is one method. So many trolls, right? I just want to make sure I keep all the characters straight, and I need to cabbage most of the names in my Nano 2023 product. At the moment, I have no stories going, just a lot of blog posts to work on. What's the snowflake method? I made an outline once. I stuck to it for not even 2 chapters. Like, I want how you write like a whole magic system. Okay, so creating a magic system is actually, I don't know if I can like put it all into one quick answer on YouTube. There's like entire books on this, but kind of start off with the rules and limitations of your magic, right? Because you don't want a book. No one wants a book. As much as we love the idea of magic, we also don't want to see a book where magic can solve everything. And the reason we don't want a book where magic can solve everything is because if magic can do everything, then when there's like a really big problem, the reader's left going, why don't you just use magic? And obviously the answer is because if we did, then there would be no book. We need the other stuff to happen in order to, whatever. But it ends up with the reader going, why don't you just use magic? So start with like the limitations and go, okay, what can magic do in this world that you're creating? And I say world that you're creating, it could be Earth. You could be doing like almost like a urban fantasy that is contemporary Earth. You don't have to create a whole new planet and stuff, but whatever the world is that you're creating, start there. Where are the boundaries? Where are the limits with magic? Then work your way backwards to how does magic affect the people that use it? How does magic affect the people that it is used on? How was magic discovered, if it was discovered? How has magic evolved in people, if it was an evolution? Like, is it everyone has it? Is it just certain people have it? What are the rules around that? How do the people with magic treat the people without magic, and vice versa? You just start kind of like building a culture almost around this magic. And then you can start going into like specific, this is how it works, or it's a spell, or it's, glyphs and whatever, like however you actually, if it's based on the elements, if it's based on the weather, on emotion, if it's, whatever the case may be. But if you start with the rules and the boundaries, and then you work your way back into how it was developed and the people, and then you work your way back into like what kinds of rules those people would have put onto it, then for me at least, it becomes a little bit easier to say, okay, with all of that in mind, here's how it's going to work then, and how, if she shoots lightning, how the lightning is going to come out, etc. Snowflake method is another method of outlining, and it's really close to how you pants. You start with an idea and then you just see where it goes. And you branch out. And if you get to the end of one branch, you go back and you start a new branch. In a nutshell. I'm going to go right. I needed motivation. Thanks. You are so welcome. Can you please recommend some fantasy books? Not off the top of my head. I really am not good at remembering all the books I've read, and or just the books I know off the top of my head. Plus, I don't know what kind of fantasy you read. So I don't know. Go check out Jessica Cage. She's great. Hello. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to end this. Mistborn's magic system. I haven't read that one. Aragon by Christopher Paolini. Anything by Ursula Le Guin. Yeah. Oh my God. Earthsea? This is like 1,000 pages. I keep my magic system in check by them not wanting to repollute their planet with residue. Interesting. That's an interesting, like, take on it. Charles DeLint has some cool magic systems. Hello, Lily. You're subscribed? Well, thank you. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream for the day. Can you shout out my name? My name! All right. Y'all, have an amazing day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning and asking your questions about writing and publishing. And thank you to my moderators for keeping the chat clean and flicking the trolls as they came in. I really appreciate it. Makes it easier for me to see the questions as they come up so that I can give everyone answers. All right. I hope you have a great day. Go get all the words written, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay?